Hey guys, my name is Ryan. We're back again with another Spirit Island video. I think I'm on a bit of an achievements kick recently, cause I might go for another one, and and it is in order to play all spirits and all aspects that are available in the whole game. So it's gonna take a long time to get these, right? You keep on playing games and of all different types, but you do have a certain amount of control. You have to get wins with all of them, but you might not be able to remember what you have and have not done wins with. So here's how you check. Fathom's Smart of the Swamp, I've played a lot of games with, got plenty of wins, and you take a look up here, and there's a little check mark over that little achievement icon. Maybe if we choose a not low complexity, you can see here, Stone, he's got that little icon, identifying it's for the Jagged Earth set. Now, this also is unique to every single aspect as well. So for lightning, I mean, I've played all the aspects, and I like all of them. So you can see we got the check mark here for immense, for pando, for wind, and for lightning. Okay, so that's all of them that are currently available online. Now, there is one aspect that is such a big nerf. It takes a great spirit and turns it into what is possibly the worst in the entire game, and it's one that I've really just avoid for all that I can, and that's going to be Sunshine Sunlight. Sunshine River. We can see I have never won with this spirit before. I've really never even tried, but I've got travel and base covered. But Sunshine, we don't have. Why is this guy considered to be so horrible? Well, he's the only spirit in the game that starts with only 3 power cards. As a part of setup, we get rid of our best unique power and turn it into a unique. Okay, that's kind of the whole premise, is that like, hey, this card's really good. Imagine if you can do it every single turn without even having to play the card. Well, it turns out that's actually really bad. Just losing a card is a massive amount of resources, 25% less cards to work with. It screws up everything. For starters, when you play like Base River and you have this Boon of Vigor, you'll go like bot bot, bot bot, and you got that whole nice opening, and it's really, really smooth. Obviously, we can't do that here. I mean, we could go bot bot, play 2 cards, bot bot, reclaim 1, play 2 cards again, right? It's not a bad opening, but let's take a look at this new innate. Target spirit gains energy equal to 1 less than the highest uncovered number on your energy track. So we do this whole opening, we have a worse turn 2, and then we don't actually get anything for it because we get 1 less energy than our top track, which is 1, goes down to 0, so you do all that work, and then you get 0 energy. Okay? Well, great, so we can go for like a top-bottom, but then both of our next spots are dead, so if we want to play 2 cards for 2 turns in a row, we'd have to gain a card, but then we get no marginal value off of our tracks. And we're doing this, and we're gaining tons of energy, but then what are we going to do? We're going to have to gain a major. Well, when you gain a major, you get to forget a card. And when you're already down a card, you can't really afford that. Okay, well, so now what are you going to do? And because River has no elements on their tracks, you can't even hedge for certain things. You know, like with Devouring Teeth, you know, you can say whatever you want about it being underpowered, but we have 5 free elements on our tracks, so anything with fire animal in particular is going to be a lot easier for us to threshold, and so there is a kind of like a bit of a catch-up, right? We could go like 1 across the top, 3 across the bottom, and that gives us 2 card plays and 2 fires, so we could do like Pillar of Living Flame or something with that 4 fire threshold, and you know, maybe we catch up in the game by doing 10 damage, all that fear in a land, and then hopefully that will swing back in our favor. There is no such opportunities with any form of river, but Sunshine River, all the same, right? We're going to have to pay for everything honestly. So solo, it's going to be really, really hard. We're missing so many things. I was trying to think of like what kind of a spirit could we pair with Sunshine in order to make it work. Well, I think for starters, we just need to only take spirits that are going to give power cards. Okay, something like Fathomless Mud of the Swamp, Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds, maybe Serpent. So all of those are on the table. But then also, we're going to need elemental support. And that's what brings me to our pair I'm going to go for today with Shifting Memory of Ages. So Shifting Memory of Ages has this Boon of Ancient Memories, which allows river to gain a major, paying 2 energy instead of forgetting a power card. Okay, we're planning on having way too much energy and not enough cards, and so that works for both of these things. And then eventually when we do gain that major, we probably are going to need a little bit of elemental support to get there, and that's where this elemental teachings is going to get huge. If we had access to mentor memory, that would be even better, but I haven't practiced this pairing yet, but in theory, this should work really nice. And if we have to make some sacrifices for shifting memory, like oftentimes he struggles with energy, and it's gaining popularity to go for +9 energy instead of growing, but we can give a nice stream of energy here, so that will be nice. At 2, we give them energy. At 3 and 1, we also gain energy, so it'll actually be a little bit before River gets super rich. But I'm planning on going into like a 2-3 in my opener. And then eventually, maybe never, we can start to remove Blight as well. Anyways, what are we going to pair this, or do this matchup against? I definitely don't want New England, right? That's a near impossible matchup for Sunshine, for like any form of river. Can't do France because it seems like every single river video is against France. Prussia is probably too fast, so I'm looking at Habsburg. I don't enjoy Russia. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for Habsburg. Also, the fact that we can just like skip our first turn of interaction, I think is gonna be really nice. So we've got Sunshine, Memory, Habsburg. Let's see if we can pull off a win. Exploring the mountains. Okay. So definitely going to have to eat some damage here. I think this will be a loss condition, but we can just throw our innate defense to prevent the LC from coming down. So as far as what River's going to do, I am thinking about doing something like a Flash Floods, just to kill off and explore. It's not going to do too much, but, you know, deny a town from existing might be kind of cute. And then pairing that with a River's Bounty. Maybe like growing into the 4. Pulling Dahan out of the 3. Maybe out of the there and there. And then our next turn, we're probably going to play Share Secrets in order to save the other Dahan. So I could do this. I can also do a wash away. I did forget, I think we do actually start with 1 extra energy. Yeah, gain 1 energy as part of setup. Which is kind of irrelevant when you're trying to grow across top track to open up. But it does mean that we could open like this and then immediately take a boon of ancient memories. But then I don't think we get any value from that. We can still definitely do our major opening, probably get rid of show the fears. And ooh, that is some spicy ones. Indom is, of course, really, really nice. I mean, I could use Indom to like defend land number 3, but then we just take a double escalation as opposed to a single escalation. Manifest Incarnation is actually really weak here just because of the targeting. We have to target lands with cities. In Habsburg, it doesn't really make cities. It's kind of like their thing. Melt Earth into Quicksand is very cool when paired up with River. Like, we could put a Melt Earth right here, or a land with Blight, which actually both of these are the sands wetlands with Blight. And then we could use this Wash Away, and that just becomes a big death spot. That's actually a really interesting one. Nice little combo if we're trying to find a reason not to take Indom. Rapid Wings of Sunlight's not going to do enough. Typically, we're ravaging for 7, and this defense for 5. So it's Indom if we want to win, Melt Earth if we want to be cool, and quite frankly, I'm so worried about how poor River is that I'm just going to go for the Indom. And we'll discard instead of forgetting. And let's see, we're just going to try and grow across the board for now. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. I'm thinking I might do a boon, a self-target boon first, and then on Reclaim, I'll target River. Once River just kind of gets a little bit of time to add presence to the board. No defense, and we'll just prepare an element marker. Let's go for a Sun with this Indom. We can go like Indom, maybe Share Secrets, consume this Earth next turn, and that'll give me a Defend 3 plus a Threshold Indom. Ooh, nice little pocket right out the gate. That's nice. That's one of the funny things with Habsburg. Sometimes you just get like super random free value. Let's see. River's Bounty. Get you guys up and moving. Let's gain a minor. Once again, there's going to be a lot of 7 damage Ravages, and a defend for 5 is just a little underwhelming. Treacherous Waterways is kind of cool with the wilds. We can like protect things, but because of the moving towns, doesn't accomplish a whole lot. There's nothing here that's like super exciting to me. I'm going to take the Sap. It's a 0 cost defend 5, and we might wind up in a situation where we can get down to a 6 damage Ravage or something like that. Yeah, because it's 5 damage plus 2 from adjacency. And I guess I'll just wash away you. So yeah, that's down to 5 now, and maybe we can find more uses for the 5 damage ones because of things like that. Let's see. If we go for the extra 2 energy, we could be up to 3 for the turn, which is not enough to end on, which is fine. We can just do like a Share Secrets, like Elemental Teachings or something. Or, if we're doing that, that costs 0 energy, so we can just gain another card. Gnawing Root Biters isn't horrible, just because of all the towns that exist. Like, that's going to build and then gather. Just Gnawing Root Biters, push both of them out. Similarly, Rain of Blood. Like, we don't produce any fear here. So Rain of Blood will produce some amount of fear. Gnawing Root Biters has the Earth, so we can go for Gnawing Root Biters plus Share Secrets. That'll give me a Defend 3. And I'd probably wind up using it in one of these to like protect ourselves against the possibility of a bonus damage. Oh, oops, I need to go for bottom track. So we can actually get 2 card plays. Okay, and then River, gonna gain another minor. Bird's Cry Warning is pretty interesting. So we could like bring Tudahan into this land and use Bird's Cry to protect it. It's kind of cool. I know we could, you know, spend some resources and then threshold it ourselves. Well, actually, no, we don't even have any moon. Yeah, but none of these other cards look interesting. We want to get to 2 and 3 so we can start to really gain tons of energy. Because basically this third card play is equivalent to this third energy once you start hitting this, this new boon. Yeah, then I think on reclaim, go be up to 5 cards, play 2, down to 3, double grow, and then we're playing the game from there. Yeah, we can like flash floods you. So that way after we take a blight, we get a town kill. And then you're gonna gain 1 energy. Whoopa! Super relevant. We gain nothing early. We can defend 3. That's already taken care of. That's gonna hit for 5. I guess we can protect ourselves against an event, getting +1 damage. We could spend a moon to gain an element, which I'm not sure that we want to do. Oh man, all that sun. Let's see, we're currently at 3. And we need to forget something. We could discard this Indom. Discard Indom puts us up to 5. Spending some amount of energy, probably spending 2 from here, 1 from here. Oh, we can actually discard instead of forgetting. So we can forget, and then we can discard. So that already, yeah, that takes care of a ton. And then, and we can even spend the marker. I didn't realize we could spend markers to pay for things. I guess it's an element for a single action, huh? Yeah, we'll just spend a marker. Also, I never noticed, but it actually has all your markers right here. That's nice. Everything is kind of forced. Gathering into this town will take you, so that way we have more towns in blighted lands. This one, I guess it's kind of a wash. Okay, ooh, we still got nothing in here. There's no adjacent towns. Let's see how long we can keep that the case. Non-root biters. Yes, we can kick both these towns out and then just defend this with our innate next turn. Carapace Land is looking like a good card. Scream Disease could also be pretty solid. Just gaining +1 range. I mean, are we really range restricted? I'm not so sure. This is a lost condition right here, and I think it's a perfectly good place for us to use Indom, which we cannot afford. Okay. Can't Indom it. We could always sap it. But I think we want to play a Boon of Ancient Memories this turn. We can go for like a... Yeah, which requires a reclaim no matter what. Which is here. Wait, I do have... Oh, because of the +1 energy on my Presence Edition. So I could do Indom, but I don't have range to get there unless... unless we Scream Disease. Is that worth for an LC? Scream Disease and then like a sap? Is it everything gets +1 range? With all their powers. Yeah, we could sap this land here. And then spend an earth to innate this land. That defends everything. All we have to do is take the Scream Disease. And then when setting up for the jungles... do that, ping you, and then it'll gather a town, and then I can use my innate to push that town out. Sure. Where do I want my disease to go? I think I'm fine here. Here. And then we don't have... We'll just hold on to the moon. There's no reason to do anything with it. We'll flash floods you. Okay, add a wild to a land with no invaders. Already a little pocket going here. If I put a wild here in the 7, I mean, the thing that's actually going to happen is we're going to hit that reminder card, and then all the pockets are going to break. So it's not something I want to spend too much emotional labor on. Maybe we'll just do the 5, because if wetlands comes up, I want to invest my resources here in the 2. Nice, we got that beast event. Coming into this one. I guess we'll go here and here. Ooh, we got the back-to-back on the sands. Okay. And it can only go into the sands. Yeah, Indom is definitely the right pick. That's super necessary. Alright. Do we solve a land, or kind of prep and do nothing? I think this one's the most sensible. This is, the stack of 7 here, like, is something that we can eventually maybe deal with as river, which would be pretty nice. And in fact, this turn might be a good one for us to just double grow bot to hit that reclaim 1. Let's see, if we play River's Bounty, the Wash Away. Wash Away is really effective here on the 6. Bird's Cry is probably just going to go to the 3. But if we do that, then we gain 2, pay 2, and we can still afford to do a Boon of Ancient Memories, gaining of a major. Once we do that, I think we'll be sitting in a pretty happy place. We might actually be able to start playing the game. Hitting the reclaim 1 as opposed to doing the gain a power card, I think it's just going to make it... Like, it's going to be several turns before that reclaim 1 matters. Yeah, because, like, this turn, it doesn't matter if we play these 3 cards. Because I can't imagine us playing one of these ones instead. Then we reclaim all. Well, I guess we'll be at a reclaimed card, and then we gain 1 off of Ancient Memory. Then we reclaim 1, we can play cards again. So actually, we could go for a top growth. Ooh, okay, that's compelling. We do something like this and this. Let's reclaim. You. Ooh, 1 sun short. If we did this instead, instead of playing the Wash Away, we get to play a Flash Floods, which gets us, we get to deny activity here. But then we get an energy back. So the energy is going to be neutral. It's going to be the same amount of energy either way. Just a matter of is if the text on Flash Floods is better than the text on Wash Away. Which, we're going into the wave of immigration, so yeah, definitely the Wash Away is better. Innate defend 3. Bird's Cry is going to pick up this. So really, we're just prepping for next turn. Vigor of the Breaking Game. It's pretty good. Sweep into the Sea is actually like insane in playing against Habsburg. As soon as we get any Coastal Blight, which we already have 2, and we're going to get a 3rd, then this can just become like a Destroy Infinite. Which is really, really exciting. Now, the Vigor is obviously very strong as well, especially when paired with this River's Bounty. We have plenty of Tahan movement, plenty of setup for this card. So it is very strong, but I already took the Indom, and I don't think we're drowning yet. Maybe I shouldn't say that before the Wave of Immigration, but I feel like the Sweep into the Sea is a legitimately strong card here. So I'm going to take that. Yeah, this is actually like the kind of card that can win you the game. And we'll just discard. Gaining a Sun. And if we hit our Reclaim 1 over here, then we never have to reclaim for the rest of the game. Pretty much. But if we do that, we can't Boon of Ancient Memories. I was going to say, like, if we could, like, play that, we could do that, this, and then we actually... Yeah, then we do this to convert that, and Sweep doesn't make sense this turn. If we do here, we get our defense that we want, and then we can get our next element, which will allow us to threshold Sweep next turn. I think this makes a lot more sense. Do we have to play Share Secrets? We could do an Elemental Teachings that covers the same elements, and then it allows us to actually get more elements off of here. It then will give us an element of itself. We could give a Sun Water over to... I feel like this is a higher upside. So now I just got to figure out how to do it. So if we do this, prep this, spend, spend. Now, yep. We got this, so both spirits will gain an energy. Protect 2. Defend here. Okay. So every time that a piece changes the land, so consume the disease, gather a town, and then if we do like a wash away to push 3 things out, that's 3 actions in this one land. Actually, I could... oh, no. It's 1 per every 2, so I can't, like, add a town here and push it. Never mind, that's what I was thinking. Don't want this to push. So I could do this. And over here, we'll do that. Ooh, all things weaken. This is going to be really hard all of a sudden. Time to make this magic happen. Nice little pocket, though. Okay. Let's see if we can avoid adding 1 from the sands. I think we're going to be forced to, because it's the 3 lands with the fewest inland blight, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So that's unfortunate. Okay. So we'll wash away you. The question is, am I going to be able to get a full-on massive flooding next turn? Or I guess we're just going to do a sweep into the sea, so I'll just push everything into this mountain. And then we'll threshold sweep into the sea to pick up, like, all of this and this, or, like, we'll pick up 2 of these mountains. And then, Focus the Land's Anguish is right there with our Sun's game plan, and we have plenty of Blight to work with to make this an effective card. Utter Recursive Dreader and Bone is in a similar vein. I'm going to take Focus. Mostly because it's also really cool. And then we get 2 damage and push 3 things. So we can full clear out this Sands. Yeah, that's more efficient than doing stuff here. So 2 damage, then pushing out 1. Well, because of all things weaken, we have to like full clear. We can't get cheeky with it. So let's just kill the Explorer. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So we got Sweep and Indom. Indom you, Sweep, whatever. 3 defense is not going to be sufficient here. If I go top, that puts me up to 5 energy, which will get me a focus plus a 0 cost card. The Flash Floods doesn't really do much of anything anyways. I could also just reclaim. So once I get to this Reclaim 1, I actually like pushing for the extra card plays, because I feel like at this point, like the extra energy doesn't really matter. We can always click this +9 energy button, but getting up to 3 card plays is a path towards victory. Gaining an Earth for the turn, giving us access to defense and such. Not that we're going to need it, but I feel like it's pretty useful. Accelerated Rod is a cool card. Force of Living Obsidian's really strong. I just wonder if we have presence in the right places to make it work. Talons of Lightning. What are going to be at 5? The Talons of Lightning could be really effective here. And the fact that we're going into a mountains on our next turn could make Talons of Lightning very enticing. Yeah, every single mountains is blighted already. That's pretty funny. Talon seems like a pretty slick card here. But I wonder if it's better than Focus or not. Because we could also just do like a Focus plus River. Bounty. Yeah, and missing out on that Boon of Vigors also gets rid of a plant, so it makes it that much harder to get the Accelerated Rot going. I think I will do a Talons of Lightning, but we're also not going to play it for a long time. I'm feeling like this might be the play. Next turn, or just set up something with this Focus. But Sweep into the Sea I want to like kill everything out of both of these lands, so maybe maximizing our pushing power with like wash away and such is more effective. Something like this. We at least gotta try. For flash floods, being city kill is kind of free, right? But that doesn't solve any short-term problems. It's not going to do enough damage here. Yeah, the extra exploring each of these lands is pretty frustrating. Denying either one of them right now would be really nice. I think killing this city is more valuable than killing this city because of the existence of that wilds. Okay. Numinous Crisis when you're already blighted is so awkward. But, paying 3 energy is definitely affordable over here. Over here, we can't really afford any of it. So I really want to hit that 3 energy on our next turn. 3 energy plus the River's Bounty will give me access to this Talons of Lightning as a path to solve land number 7. Guess we just draw Strength. We're already blighted, I guess. We'll just gain 3 energy each. Oof. Losing 2 to Han instead of 1 really hurts. And we did win a little gamble. So that is now fully defended. Okay. Get you, make that wilds better. And then we could go here and here to fully empty out the 4. Fully emptying out a land, especially with the with this blight card, all things weaken, is much more valuable than making lands weaker. This is a perfect explore card to get. Right when we're planning on popping 2 coastal lands. Unfortunately, this wash away is not quite gonna full clear, but it's okay. It'll get me within range of defend 3, so we'll be able to take care of it. Repeat on an adjacent land. Destroy all. And then, yeah, we can use the Flash Floods to clean this land up. There are 2 isolated ones I could bring together. Probably worth it. Getting that event is just backbreaking. Okay, so we have 2 little problems to deal with. So for a reclaim 1, we'll take this Flash Floods that solves you, and we'll just make sure that we hit a defend 3 to solve this. And then we're looking at coastals, which is predominantly here on board A. Board C is probably... I mean, we can just keep on hitting the Indom button until we finally get something better. But this turn... with that extra 3 energy, I can't afford 4 card plays anyway, so I might as well just go for the 3 energy. Don't need to go up here. I'm actually really hoping I can hit my massive flooding and clear out the 5. Because we've already seen that card, the reminder card from Habsburg 5. So they're now in stage 3, so they have lost their ways of really pushing to the backside. So now pocketing, like at this late stage of the game, pocketing now becomes a viable strategy. So I think we have pretty much full coverage. Just places for range 0, boon of, or not boon, the River's Bounty. It's kind of the only thing we care about. So I guess we'll just spread across the coast. We do something like this. Just kind of get ourselves a bunch of energy. We got some nice effects. Get some Dahan into land number 2. Over here... We're definitely ready for another major. Sweep into the sea was really, really effective, and now we gotta find something else to do instead. So let's gain a new major. Blazing Renewal is very nice into Habsburg. And we could use it right here and just get that pocket that we were just talking about. Walls of Rock and Thorn is kind of cool. I mean, it might be really necessary next turn when we've got all of this activity going on. Walls of Rock and Thorn can assist here. We could, like, Walls of Rock and Thorn to kill this. We could Flash Floods to kill one of the cities. Just unfortunate that it doesn't work on the one big land that we have. But we can also just hit that with a massive flooding eventually. I think the opportunity to get these 9 buildings killed and like really shrink the board is too good of an opportunity to pass up. Just putting presence in land with the Han so that we might gain some sort of random value from it. We can pair this with anything. We're definitely going to play you. We have no reason to do anything else besides another... I mean, honestly, it's a great turn for Boon of Ancient Memories. And we can prepare a heir, so that way we can defend this land for 3. If we need to. Which we might not. Okay, we can Flash Floods you. Do spend. Here we can push 3 for future value, make our Indom actually gain us some forward progress. And then over here, we'll take that air back. And then we both gain 2 energy now. Oh man, we're rich! Destroy from each spirit. Thank you, sir. More Blazing Renewal fuel. Go you and, you. I don't know if you can hear it, just like a million cops just passed by. Add a beast to a lands. No building, no blight. Okay, and go back here, I guess. 1 or 2 Dahan to a land with no Dahan setup symbols. And... Explorers from Dahan. Thank you. Actually, that's going to die anyways, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll just go other places. Oh wait, we're still terror level 1? Oh, after all that? Okay. These are the only inland towns, and they can't gather into a coast. So sometimes you got to think about adding a strife to a moving town. Like in this land here, it's got nothing. You strife a town, gather the town in, and this land is still solved. So I guess we'll do this and this to make that land solved. We had 2 fear cards that do the exact same thing. Remove an explorer from Dahan, remove an explorer from a Dahan. It's Dahan attack versus Telltales of Savagery. That's interesting. Six plus 8 for 14, so we're still good with our Indom here. Funnily enough, Blazing Renewal does not get the job done. We can do 4 damage here. Ooh, Cleansing Floods. Love to see it. Four damage here would kill down to a single explorer, which is manageable. If we go here, does 4 damage. Doesn't change too much. I'm gonna get the bonus 5 fear. Finally hitting terror level 2. Okay, so we gotta defend 3, Indom, something. I think now's a good time to reclaim. Here. Just go for a minor. Let's see. We definitely are going to want this Flash Floods. I almost got rid of this earlier, but having a fast speed damage is something I'm very quickly realizing is absolutely essential. And then over here we can reclaim as well, hitting our 3rd card play. So now we can Indom here. We just need to hit a defend 3 to pick up either one of these coastal jungles. And it would make sense, actually. No, we don't have any non-coastal Dahan already. I was going to say, to do some Dahan counterattack because they're doing the whole back-to-back thing. I mean, we could just go for a sweep into the sea play, right? Do this. Yeah, we just need to spend 1 thing and we get the sweep, which we can use in any number of places. Okay. So Indom here. I actively don't want it to skip invader actions because that 10 counterattack damage is very nice. I'm going to Flash Floods to kill you because there's already the Blight here, so we can bring the whatever invaders show up in the 4, bring them to the 3, and then kill them all with this sweep. here, we'll destroy you and you. So now both spirits have 3 destroyed. Definitely going to throw down this Blazer Renewal kind of wherever. Alright, so we got 6 plus 8 for 14, 15. We can go up to 16, no problem. And over here, yeah, we'll push you up this way. That solves 2 lands. That's nice. Gather you in. Ooh. Okay, I could deny activity here, but this is gonna not quite full clear. At least kill the city. I mean, we could, like, come out here, kill this, and then bring it back. And then actually, by doing that, it will full clear. Because now it's a 2 HP town and a 2 HP city. That's actually, like, actively better. Okay, great. And then this will kill off all the cities, and then we have nowhere close to being Terror level 3, but at least we'll put ourselves in a game-winning position. This Blazing Renewal is already going to kill these cities, so I'm actually going to prefer to target the towns. And actually, my sweep is probably going to go here now. And so, let's see, I could go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's going to do 2 damage each instead of destroying. Oh, I guess destroy all still works the same. Irrelevant. We'll take a sun. Got way too many suns now. Oh, well. I think we're a little rich. So we'll probably be playing 4 cards pretty good and soon. And, well, we got all 3. So we'll go for a, what do we need, like, earth and fire? Let's go for fire. A big thing that's easy to forget is with these back-to-backs, with the all things weaken, that one little explorer will ruin your life. Oh, and that didn't build because it's not the thing. But what we can do is this. Going for 1, 2, 3. Wash away here. And then we can sweep. And then repeat. Let's take a fire. We'll just go minor this time. Alright, well now we're looking like we're in a great position. What do we need to win? Looking at 1, 2, 3 blighting lands. But we probably just win fast, right? There's only 2 buildings left on the entire island. Talons of Lightning won't even get it done. We could threshold it, I guess. Just to kill this town. Or we can just go for a reclaim 1 on Flash Floods. Here and I don't know, here. Playing Flash Floods. Nothing else really matters. And over here, all we need to do is play this Blazing Renewal. So we'll hit that +9 energy button, make sure that we have enough energy to afford it. And we should be good. So Blazing Renewal here. 5 presence in 1 land. And with the Flash Floods, killing off the last town. There we go. That is a Terror level 2 victory, playing probably the worst spirit in the game. Sunshine River. It actually, it felt like a really nice synergy. I've never played that pairing before, but it felt like it worked really well. So maybe there's more nice parents like that, but it did feel very mutually beneficial. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a glorious day.